Hey there. It's January 28th and time for Proverbs 28. We're almost done with another month here. Let's jump over there and we'll get into it. English Standard Version. The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are bold as a lion. The people, thieves are like they used to be in a hideout. Let's go to our secret hideout. I think people are after them. When a land transgresses, it has many rulers, but with a man of understanding and knowledge, its stability will long continue. Now that says it different in the NIV. It says, when a country is rebellious, it has many rulers, but a man of understanding and knowledge maintains order. You can make of that what you will, but it really does say it kind of weird in this one. When a land transgresses. Or when a country is rebellious. A poor man who oppresses the poor is a beating rain that leaves no food. How strange. It says a poor man, and here, but in the NIV it says a ruler, or a poor man. A ruler who oppresses the poor is like a driving rain that leaves no crops. That's interesting. And you go to some of these ghettos and you see the poor ruling over the poor. They're big and they're tough, and they don't do any good for the community. Those who forsake the law praise the wicked, but those who keep the law strive against them. Now the people that are in power now are forsaking the law. Okay, we know what the real rules are, and they go against them, all the way up to the courts. It's crazy. Evil men do not understand justice, but those who seek the Lord understand it completely. That's a good one. I always like this one. Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than a rich man who is crooked in his ways. Right? Walks in your integrity. Integrity means to do the same. You would do the same thing when no one sees you as you would when everyone sees you. The one who keeps the law is a son with understanding, but a companion of gluttons shames his father. Some of those around, huh? Whoever multiplies his wealth by interest and profit gathers it for him who is generous to the poor. The profit that comes from charging interest to the poor. Now this one has always confused me a little bit. What's that say over here? He who increases his wealth by exorbitant interest amasses it for another who will be kind to the poor. I don't know. We'll highlight that just because it's confusing. Verse 9, one who turns away his fear from hearing the law, even his prayer is an abomination. Okay. One who turns away his ear from hearing the law. If anyone turns a deaf ear to the law, even his prayers are detestable. The law being what's right. Okay. A lot of the laws written now are just wrong. Okay. Whoever misleads the upright into an evil way will fall into his own pit, but the blameless will have a goodly inheritance. Amen. A rich man is wise in his own eyes, but a poor man who has understanding will find him out. Lots of that going on now, huh? Lots of these rich people who think they're smarter than everybody are we're finding out what kind of people they really are. 12. When the righteous triumph, there is great glory, but when the wicked rise, people hide themselves. Yeah, that's what we're doing now, huh? Yeah, that's what we're doing now. Soon enough, this will come. Got it? Whoever conceals his transgressions will not prosper, but he who confesses and forsakes them will obtain mercy. Right. Repent. Got that? 14. Blessed is the one who fears the Lord always, but whoever hardens his heart will fall into calamity. Got that? What's this? Lacks the Lord. Like a roaring lion or a charging bear is a wicked ruler over poor people. Yeah. A ruler who lacks understanding is a cruel oppressor, but he who hates unjust gain will prolong his days. A ruler who lacks understanding is a cruel oppressor, but he who hates unjust gain will prolong his days. What's that say over here? Change the page. 16. What? Turn too many pages. A tyrannical ruler lacks judgment, but he who hates ill-gotten gain will enjoy a long life. Makes much more sense over there, huh? Tyrannical ruler. A tyrannical ruler lacks judgment, but he who hates ill-gotten gain will enjoy a long life. 17. If one is burdened with the blood of another, he will be a fugitive until death. Let no one help him. Right. Right, that's pretty simple, huh? Until death, or until the pit. Yeah. Murderers and people that do grave damage to people. You gotta, they say, how will you sleep at night? And they don't. Okay? They will be a fugitive in their own, even in their own mind. Until death. 18. Whoever walks in integrity will be delivered, but he who is crooked in his ways will suddenly fall. Okay, there's that word integrity again. So we see what Bing says about that. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. Right. Strong moral principles. Or, like I said, it's you would do the same thing when nobody's watching as you would when everybody's watching. Okay? It's integrity. 19. Whoever works his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits will have plenty of poverty, right? Get rich quick schemes are never the way to get rich, right? Dreamers. They call them dreamers. A faithful man will abound with blessings, but whoever hastens to be rich will not go unpunished. See, there you go. Same thing. Dreamers. Get rich quick. Hastens to be rich. That means get rich quick. What's it say over here? A faithful man will be richly blessed, but one eager to get rich will not go unpunished. And up here, 19 in the new in the NIV, it says, he who works his land will have abundant food, but the one who chases fantasies will have his fill of poverty. Worthless pursuits, chases fantasies. That's pretty good. 21. To show partiality is not good, but for a piece of bread, a man will do wrong. Right. That's true. 22. A stingy man hastens after wealth and does not know that poverty will come upon him. Right. If you keep everything, if your cup is full and you don't let anybody touch it, it'll stay there. It'll grow stagnant. If you pour it out, God will fill it up. Right? You notice people who give aren't stingy, always get more. They always have plenty. There's a reason for that. 23. Whoever rebukes a man will afterward find more favor than he who flatters with his tongue. Right. If you correct somebody lovingly, you'll find more favor. Right? Whoever robs his father or his mother and says there's no transgression is a companion to a man who destroys. Right. He who robs his father or mother and says it's not wrong, he is a partner to him who destroys. Right. Rob your parents. That's terrible. A greedy man stirs up strife, but the one who trusts in the Lord will be enriched. Right. That's a greedy people. They're always, 26. Whoever trusts in his own mind is a fool, but he who walks in wisdom will be delivered. What's that say over here? He who trusts in himself is a fool, but he who walks in wisdom is kept safe. Trusts in himself. 27. Whoever gives to the poor will not want, but he who hides his eyes will get many a curse. I was just saying this. Whoever gives to the poor will not want. God says all over here, all over the New Testament, if you give to the poor, you're giving to me, and I will pay you back. And he always pays you back with interest. Okay? Never fails. And 28. When the wicked rise, people hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase. What's going on now, huh? They call a lot of us the silent majority. So, that's Proverbs 28. Look at all the stuff we highlighted in here. Yeah. A lot of stuff going on today, huh? I highlighted 2. When the land transgresses, it has many rulers, but with a man of understanding and knowledge, its stability will long continue. Let's bring up the other. Let's bring up the NIV that we're looking at over here. There you go. It says here, when a country is rebellious, it has many rulers, but a ruler with discernment and knowledge maintains order. Okay? Whoops. Got that the wrong color. There we go. And we highlighted 4. Those who forsake the law praise the wicked, but those who keep the law strive against them. Okay. That's the same thing over here. Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than a rich man who is crooked in his ways. Right? Yeah. Over here it says, better is the poor whose walk is blameless than the rich whose ways are perverse. Right? That's good. I'd rather be poor and honest than rich and crooked. Okay? 8. Whoever multiplies his wealth by interest and profit gathers it for him who is generous to the poor. Yeah, it says whoever increases wealth by taking interest or profit from the poor amasses it for another who will be kind to the poor. Strange, huh? I'll have to think on, maybe look that one up and dig into that one. 11. A rich man is wise in his own eyes, but a poor man who has understanding will find him out. We talked about that. Here it says the rich are deluded in the rich are wise in their own eyes, but one who is poor and discerning sees how deluded they are. Right. I like that. We highlighted 12 too. When the righteous triumph, there is great glory, but when the wicked rise, people hide themselves. Same thing over there. 15, like a roaring lion and a charging bear, is a wicked ruler over poor people. It's the same thing over here, huh? A ruler who lacks understanding is a cruel oppressor, but he who hates unjust gain will prolong his days. It's 16 we highlighted. And over here it says a tyrannical ruler practices extortion, but one who hates ill-gotten gain will enjoy a long reign. Yeah. You know, the one in power now, a lot of they wonder where his wealth came from when he never really had a job and never really made never made a product to sell. Okay? People that have never had a job and never had a product to sell and didn't get an inheritance, money had to come from somewhere. Okay? Had to come from somewhere. Okay. And we highlighted verse 19. He who works his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits will have plenty of poverty, or fantasies, I think it said over here. Yeah. Those who chase fantasies will have their fill of poverty. A faithful man will abound in blessings, but whoever hastens to be rich will not go unpunished. See that? If you stay faithful, it'll come. And get-rich-quick schemes never work. It says right there, will not go unpunished. And we highlighted 27. Whoever gives to the poor will not want, but he who hides his eyes will get many a curse. What's that say over here? Those who give to the poor will lack nothing, but those who close their eyes to them receive many curses. Okay? Give to the poor and you'll lack nothing. Okay? God says, whatever you do to the least of these, you have done to me. So, you give to the poor, you give in to God, and he always pays back with interest. Okay? We highlighted 28. When the wicked rise, people hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase. There's the same thing over here. So, yeah, this could have been written yesterday, huh? It really could have. So, that's Proverbs 28. We're getting towards the end. I'm already looking forward to next month, and I've decided we're going to do it in Good News Translation, which was I was a young Christian back in the 90s, and it was it came out then to, they were trying to speak to young people my age and trying to get them, more interested in the Bible. It's a good translation, but it was written, for a certain audience. So I'm trying to find it over here. There it is. Good News Translation. Yeah, the Good News Translation is written in a simple everyday language with the intention that everyone can appreciate it. Sold over 244 million copies. Translation work. The Good News Bible was born out of the translation theories of linguist Eugene Nida, the executive secretary of the American Bible Society's translation department. In the 1960s, Nida envisioned a new style of translation called dynamic equivalence. That is, the meaning of the Hebrew and Greek would be expressed in a translation thought for thought rather than word for word. Okay, now there's different, thought for thought, word for word. There's two different types of translations, And this is a thought for thought. I mean, they're both good, but, sometimes word for word is a little hard to understand. But we'll do that, and of course we'll back that up with, that's thought for thought, and we'll back it up with a Bible that is a word for word. so we can see the difference, and we'll just keep doing that. But till next time, have a good Sunday. Go to church. Give somebody a hug. People like hugs. Remember, don't gossip. Let gossip stop with you. It's prevalent even in the church. God hates gossip. Hates it. So, good. Be humble. Remember integrity. So, stay tuned next time. We're still talking about Joseph. I think Joseph's going to meet his father today in our Through the Bible in 1 Year. But until then, have a good day. See you next time.